This is Couples Court with the Cutlers.
This is the case of JALLAH versus Wilson. You all have been together more than a year and have been talking about marriage, but allegations of infidelity have put marriage talks on hold. Ms. JALLAH, will you share with the court why you have initiated this case?
Well, we met November 2016.
Okay.
I think he had just moved to Baltimore, and I was leaving from the mall, and he seen me with my friends, and he came up to me, and he started talking to me, asked me for my number, started talking on the phone, then eventually started dating, going on different dates, and then we made it official 2017 of February. It was Valentine's Day, and he asked me to be his girl. And I said yes.
Look at that smile.
You see that? I mean, she lit up.
Well, Valentine's Day is important to you then.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so you looked at her and said, oh, boy, I got to go up.
I had to step my game up, so it had to be romantic, so I tried to do something big on Valentine's Day.
He just did everything right. He took his time. And guys my age, they rush into things. So he definitely took his time with me. He definitely listened. So
I didn't rush to have sex or
yeah,
nothing like that.
he didn't. We took our time for that.
I just did what I did and lucked up.
Mr. Cutler is your homie.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's from D.C. I know about them D.C. men, so me and you can talk,
Yes,
okay?
you know.
I know all about that thing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
What?
You're welcome.
Whatever, man.
So this great relationship,
Yes.
it gets off to a wonderful start. How did we get here?
Wow.
Why do you think he's cheating?
Okay, so it was a couple days before Christmas, and I was at his house. He know I'm nosy, so it's like, why leave me at your apartment if you don't want me to look at stuff? And I wanted to see my gift, what I got for Christmas.
Okay, so you look through his apartment while he's not there.
Yeah, so
And
I'm
what do you
looking
find?
around. I didn't see nothing, so I was just about to give up. Then something just told me in my head, like, girl, go check in them drawers. So I walked in his room and I checked in the top drawers. I'm moving things around, and in the back, I see a box of condoms. It's a 3-pack, 2's missing, there's only 1 in there.
Okay. You all...
We don't use condoms, that's a problem.
Oh, okay.
We're
That's-
family, we're
'Cause I'm
talking
like-
about marriage, like, that's not ours. So I wanna know where the condom is coming from.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
because
yeah.
I was like, well, you all are grown.
No.
Y'all. Okay, so why is there only 1 condom in the 3-pack?
So I told her I had let my homeboy come through. He had a friend over. They needed somewhere to crash, you know, he wanted to do his thing. So I said, hey, go in the back, just clean up your mess when you're done.
But why would you do that if you know
I mean, that's
how-
my
But you
homeboy.
didn't say nothing to me, though. You should have told me they was
I mean,
coming.
I don't think it was none of your business at the time.
But if you...
Okay, but Mr. Wilson,
No disrespect.
so your homeboy comes over, and you being a good friend, you let him have...
The
you know,
ultimate wingman.
Use of your place, the ultimate wingman.
Exactly.
Yes.
And then, when he gets through, he takes the condoms and he puts them back up under
No.
your
No.
drawers where your clothes are, as a good friend will do. Not.
Exactly.
Is that what you're telling the
See what
court?
happened? He left the condoms because I told him to clean up his mess when he was done, but obviously he didn't do that, so he left the box of condoms on the floor. I don't want to throw them away, so I just threw them in the drawers, just to be in there.
Instead of you just getting rid of it, you just
What
put
you
them in the
keeping it
back.
for?
That's what you're saying, in the back of the drawer.
Yeah, for a backup. You know, we might need it one day.
Waste not, want not.
I don't want to just waste a condom.
And Ms. JALLAH, you don't
That's
believe
my
him.
man. No, I don't.
You don't believe him.
It don't sound right, no.
And you believe he used that condom with another woman?
Yes, I
Or
did.
both condoms with another woman?
Right, yeah, I did.
No.
Have you found him in any other compromising situations?
Yeah. My car was in the shop for a week. So he was taking me to and from work, and this week, it was a Friday. You know it's the last day, you wanna go home and start your weekend. And throughout the week, everything's been fine. He's been picking me up on time and things like that. But today, I'm calling him, he's late. He's not answering. He's not texting me back.
I was asleep.
Then that's what he keeps saying. Then he pulls up, he's 30 minutes late, and I come in the car, the seat is back. But when I got in it this morning, the seat was fine. I mean, he took me to work this morning. So I'm asking him what happened from this morning to now, why are the seats like that? So as I'm talking to him and asking him about that, I noticed that he has a white stain on his jeans, but his jeans is black. So it's like...
And where on his jeans was this white stain?
It was closer to like his fly area, like where his zipper was
boy.
at.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Wow.
man, Mr. Wilson, I gotta ask you the question.
Yes.
What was on your jeans?
It was a dirty stain, to be honest. I just, at the time picking her up, I just rushed, got some clothes out the dirty hamper. I had on some dirty pants, Your Honor. Like,
let me just say, this is the one time I'm glad the litigant did not bring an exhibit. I don't think I could do that exhibit today.
I picked my homeboy up. That's why the passenger seat was like that. And
Your homeboys,
Exactly.
Your homeboys are
it's
not.
basically my homeboys getting me caught up in this.
They leave condoms all over the place. They don't put the seat back
It's
up.
real messy, man.
They're messing up your relationship.
You need to let your homies go.
friends.
You need to get rid of these homies and get you some other homies.
friends.
Clearly.
And Ms. Jallah, once again, you don't believe his explanation.
No, I don't.
And
Is
you
there
don't
something
think that
fishy
stain,
about that?
You think that stain was something else?
Oh, it was definitely something else. Yeah.
Okay. Why else do you believe that Mr. Wilson is cheating, Ms. Jallah?
Well, the icing on the cake was, it was this month. And we have date nights every now and then. It was
Okay.
supposed to be date night, and he asked me if he could go out with his friends. And my sister is blowing up my phone. I mean, calling me back to back. And every time she calls me like that, I know it's something wrong because it's 2 in the morning. Why are you calling me this much?
Right.
Because she's drunk.
No, she's not drunk. I mean, my sister is here, actually. I brought my sister with me because I want her to be able to tell you guys in her own words, since I wasn't there, what happened.
All right, so is Ron, would you have the witness come forward, please?
Yes, Sean.
How are you?
Good, how you, Honor?
I'm good. Would you state your full name for the record?
Asia McLaughlin.
Miss McLaughlin. Your sister says that you have some testimony, something you observed.
Yes,
Can you share with the court what happened?
yes. So I actually have evidence, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Would you
I have
step
it.
to the monitor?
I have evidence,
What kind of
Carlos.
evidence you got?
You have evidence.
So 2 weeks ago, me and some friends went to the strip club.
All right.
The strip club was closing at 2 o'clock. And as I'm leaving the strip club, I'm walking to my car, which is here. I noticed 2 couples, like 2 people in a car, a girl head moving up and down, and a guy's hand was on her head. So of course, me being me, I'm nosy.
Well, there's a genetic. That's in the DNA, right?
There's a gene in there
There's
somewhere.
a nosy gene in the family.
Nosy.
For a good reason.
I stood there and I was watching. When I was walking up close, I noticed the car. I noticed it was the same car my sister drive. And then I was looking and I noticed Carlos' dreads. So at this point, I'm furious. I walk up to the car, I'm banging on the window, trying to open the door. He looks directly in my face when I'm banging on the car window, trying to open the door. Because I'm really mad because you don't do that. Like, why would you disrespect my sister like that? You cheat on her for one, and then you have another female in her car. That's a problem.
Okay, so you look in the window of your sister's car and see another woman performing oral sex on Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
And what did he say? Did he say anything?
No, he looked directly in my face and pulled off
'Cause
with
it
the
wasn't
female
me.
in the car.
Oh my goodness! So he just pulled off.
He pulled off. I tried to get in my car and chase him, but
She did.
It was gone. So at this point, I'm really mad. I'm calling my sister like, I called her like 19 times maybe. I was blowing up her phone like.
And you were asleep through all
Yes,
this.
2 in the morning.
Okay. So Ms. Jallah, after you get this information, what did you do?
So I'm calling him. He's not answering. And I don't know. I mean, my sister don't have no reason to lie. And
I think she had a couple
She has
drinks.
no reason to lie.
No reason to lie.
I'm
She
just
had a
trying
lot
to
of-
understand why would she's a grown woman. Why would she sit here and make a lie up about somebody else's life? No.
Can I butt in?
Mr. Wilson.
Can I butt in,
Mr.
please?
Wilson.
It just don't sound right.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask what you were doing, but I think I got the picture of what you were doing. The question is, why were you doing it?
No. First of all, we went to the strip club, yes.
Okay, you were in the parking lot, right?
Yes.
Were you in the parking lot in your girlfriend's car with another woman?
No.
Yes, you are, Carlos.
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
Did you see your...
No, I didn't even see her. That's what I'm saying.
You
She
seen
drink-
me, Carlos. You
No.
seen
Hold
me.
on.
If I first of all, I would never do nothing like that in the parking lot. If I'm doing something like that, I would take her home.
Hotel.
Carlos is lying, Your Honor.
Okay.
Man,
And was it, well, let me ask you this. Was he at home with you, Ms. Jallah, by 2?
No.
What time did he
called
get?
me at 2.
What
and
time
I
did I
started
get
calling
home?
him. I don't know, maybe like 4, because I kept calling, you wasn't answering. It took
So
a
what
while.
were you doing from 1 to 4 if you left the strip club at 1?
A while.
I came home. When I came home, it was a war in there. She came.
I bet.
Hey, I'm
came
sure it
smelling-
was.
Smelling my body from head to toe, looking through my phone.
She's
like,
smelling your body.
My private areas.
Well, you
all
ain't even
that.
let me get that phone.
Okay, hold on, Miss Jalla. Miss Jalla, hold on.
Do that.
You came home and she smelled you?
He
I
did
get,
not.
yes.
All right, wait a minute. Miss Jalla, tell me about
I
this.
tried to smell his private part. Yes, I did. Because that would let me know if he was doing something. But he didn't. He was so defensive. We started arguing, and he left.
Because
Miss Jalla, don't feel badly. You're not the first sniffer we've had. So. I don't know what that is, but you ain't the first one. Okay, so you don't get the sniffing. You are saying you were home by 2, which makes no sense if her sister's calling
Yes.
at 2.
Exactly.
the whole story the sister saying is not true. We leaving the club.
That only says-
I don't know who window she banging on. She probably seen
My
no person
window.
with dreads.
She said you.
Oh, I doubt
He
that.
said you was
seen me.
drunk.
You
He said
seen
you was
me.
drunk.
Okay,
I think we've heard
yeah.
enough.
Yes.
Looking at the evidence, here's what we got. She found a 3-pack of condoms in your drawer, but 2 of them were missing.
Yes.
And her sister saw you in a car in a place that you admit being, in a car you admit driving around the time you admit being there, saw you in that car with another woman,
No.
and you say that wasn't you.
Yeah, it wasn't me. I was there,
And-
but she didn't come approach me in no car. She really doesn't like me. She thinks I'm not good for her sister. So
And why did she
I
do
get that,
that?
but
why do you think I'm not good for
You're
her?
not.
and Ms. Jalla, you've said that if he is cheating,
I'm done.
your relationship is over.
Yes.
Well, this court has done a full and complete investigation. At this time, the court would like to call licensed polygraph examiner Tommy Platt to determine, is he cheating? Ron, please escort him in.
Thumb play. To the monitor.
How are you, Mr. Platt?
Good, Your Honor.
For the court record, would you share your credentials?
Yes, ma'am. I have 30 years experience in the United States military and in law enforcement. I have been a licensed polygraph examiner for over 10 years and conducted nearly 3,000 examinations.
All right. So the question that Mr. Wilson was asked, did you have sexual intercourse with a woman other than Miss Jalla using the condoms Miss Jalla found in your drawer? What was his response?
He stated no.
What did the lie detector determine?
The lie detector determined that he was being truthful.
That's one. That's good. Okay.
Myself.
All right, score 1 for the
Okay, that's
homeboys.
good.
All right, well, I put a check over here.
Still got more.
Score 1 for the homeboys.
You still got
told you that was
more.
my
The
homeboy.
main one, though, so okay, I'm listening.
Mr. Wilson was asked, the night Miss McLaughlin claims to have seen you at the club, did you have physical sexual contact with a woman other than Miss Jalla? What was his response to that question?
He stated no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph determined that he was being truthful.
I feel so bad. I'm happy about that one. I'm happy about that. Because that was like the main one I was
You believe in
concerned
your
about.
sister
I
all the
still
time. I
listening,
told
though.
you
It's
she
still
don't
no
like
reason.
you.
But that was the main one I was concerned about. But still, I'm listening.
All right.
But you're listening, but you're smiling.
She lied.
Oh, she got a grin from here to there. All right, let's see if we can
doing
keep
good
the
so
magic
far.
going, Mr. Cutler.
All right, there was one more question.
Yeah.
Mr. Wilson was asked, since you began an exclusive relationship with Miss Jalla in 2017, have you had sexual intercourse with another woman? What was his response to that question?
He stated no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph determined that he was telling the truth.
Wow. Okay, I'm glad that you did have
All right.
it. But you gotta still change. Like,
I understand.
you gotta do better a little bit.
I understand.
I think they figured it out.
Well, almost. One other
I think
thing.
they figured it out.
I know that you and your sister have the nosy gene.
Nosy.
Yeah. She's
But,
looking out for me. 'Cause she
I
knows.
understand, but here's the thing. This is something my mother-in-law taught me. She said, don't let me get in your relationship.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. She said, we'll slip up on you. Family will slip up in there and be messing you up because we love you. And that's, you know, you got to make sure you keep some distance between your relationship and your family. You can't go to your sister and your mother and the aunt and talk about the problems you might be having because y'all might get over it, but they don't.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And they don't get over it, and they looking at him like this at the family barbecue. So you don't want that. So if you having a problem, you need to go to the source of the problem.
Yeah.
And who is that?
Carlo.
Me.
There it is.
And Ms. McLaughlin, I know you want to look out for your sister, but look out for her by supporting her. Not trying to tear down what they have, but helping them to strengthen their relationship. She clearly looks to you for guidance and for support. Give her and him the support they need to make their relationship work.
I'll try.
Okay.
We have counseling available for you. Talk to our counselors to help you as you continue to build your relationship. As we say in this courtroom, don't cheat yourself out of a chance for a happy, healthy relationship. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.